Vola angela o veteranu, ako itabua. Ako do talitaina na barong na Bula FM, nambando na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanregen go sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang go sa mundo atibio ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang go Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barong.
In the news tonight, man dies in road accident. Downed helicopter's tail found. And Methodist Church annual conference begins.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
A 48-year-old man from Sawanino, Sori has died in a fatal accident that happened this morning. Police spokesperson Ananai Soro says the victim was a passenger in a vehicle driven by a 24-year-old woman from Raviravimba. She allegedly lost control of the vehicle, which veered off the road and landed in a creek. There were 6 other passengers in the vehicle and they were all conveyed to Ba Mission Hospital. The victim was pronounced dead upon arrival at the hospital. The road death toll currently stands at 30 compared to 46 for the same period last year. Attorney General Ayaz Said Kayum says the comments in Parliament yesterday by National Federation Party leader Pio Tikunduandua against Prime Minister Vorenga Bainimarama reeks of personal attacks, and this cannot be denied by the NFP. Tikunduandua yesterday launched a scathing attack on Bainimarama, saying the Prime Minister should be the last person talking about violence against women in Parliament and should also know what is happening in his own house. Pranita Prakash reports.
Attorney General Ayaz Sayed Kayum says the attack on the Prime Minister's family was uncalled for and Tikunduandua had stepped out of line. Sayed Kayum says Tikunduandua's comments was highly unfitting for a Member of Parliament.
At no stage did we comment on anybody's family or what happened in the homes of any of the opposition members of Parliament, despite knowing that certain individual members of the opposition having or have had personal challenges in these areas.
He says for NFP leader Professor BIMAN PRASAD to say the comments of Tikunduandua was to do with Fiji First and not the PM personally is slimy and a cover-up. Sayed Kayum says there is an expected decorum and behavior in Parliament, but this was disregarded by Tikunduandua, who had dragged those who were not in Parliament into the limelight.
This was clearly a pointed attack on the Prime Minister's family in a gross breach of decorum, setting an ugly precedent for bringing wives, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, daughters, sons and grandchildren who have not been elected and not chosen a public life into the spotlight of parliamentary debate. This should be off limits.
He says the claims of Tikunduandua was questionable as witness accounts conflict these claims. Sayed Kayum says when the motion on condemning Moses Mbulitabu's racist and sexist comments which rationalized gender violence was done, it was on the basis that it was morally and ethically wrong for a Member of Parliament to do so. Sayed Kayum says at no stage did government comment on anybody's family or what happened in the homes of any of the members of Parliament, despite knowing that certain individual members of opposition having or who have had personal challenges in these areas. Sayed Kayum says the PM has already visited the Speaker of the House and the Fiji First Party will let the authorities, including the police, to carry out the investigation. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Progress continues to be made in the search and recovery effort for the missing helicopter, its pilot and the 2-year-old passenger in the Natewa Bay of Vanuatu. Today, the search teams found what is believed to be the tail section of the missing helicopter. Eleanor Turangeviu reports.
It's now 8 days since the white Robinson R-44 helicopter went down in the Natewa Bay near Korotasere, and parts of the aircraft continue to be discovered along the coastal area.
Every day we've been finding minor bits of wreckage to the north of the coast, and we think that demonstrates how strong the current is. And today we found a bit of the tail section.
Investigator in charge Andrew McGregor has for the past few days been accompanying the Navy hydrographic team, scanning the seafloor in search of the main body of the helicopter, believed to be carrying vital information for the investigation into the crash. The work, however, has not been easy.
Difficult conditions, strong currents, areas of reef which are hazardous for high-tech equipment and boats. So it is complicated, but we're doing the best we can and we're making reasonable progress.
42 Navy, police and military personnel are directly involved in the operation, along with 4 boats and divers, as well as volunteer teams from villages in the Sangani district.
Still haven't found the wreckage. We've identified some points of interest, but they haven't shown up anything, and we're still looking.
The search and recovery operation has been called off for the day and will resume on Monday morning. Eleanor Turangaibiu, FBC News.
Fostering the capacity and deliverables of its institutions will be one of the agenda in this year's Methodist Church Conference and Bazaar. Church General Secretary Reverend Ili Vunisumai today highlighted some of the programs that will be carried out during the week-long festival. Jose Nanunga reports the conference officially began today.
Reverend Ili Vunisumai says funds raised from this annual bazaar is directed towards church's budget.
And they are identified and used for running of our institutions, and, as well as the department and the overall administration of the church as a whole.
The church is optimistic that it will achieve its target when the curtain for this year's annual bazaar draws close by the end of next week.
Our target normally is about this solemn, around about 300,000 to 400,000. And we hope we will be able to achieve that this year.
Meanwhile, leader of opposition, Siti Beni Rumbuka, while opening the conference and bazaar this morning, urged the church members to work in unity.
I urge church leaders and members to foster and practice the concept of solisolevaki or togetherness, particularly on the three-legged stool, which is the church, tradition and government.
All Italatala, Ipakatawa and members of the Methodist Church from the 58 divisions throughout Fiji and Rotuma will be part of the week-long Festival of Praise that will end on the 17th of this month. Jose Nanunga, FBC News.
The Fiji Trades Union Congress will apply for another permit to march. FTUC Assistant National Secretary Attar Singh made the comment while speaking to more than 180 union members gathered at the Fiji Teachers Union office along Berry Road in Suva today. Lena Rees reports.
The
FTUC Assistant National Secretary says its members just want to carry out a peaceful protest for the workers.
Because it's not just us who want to march the street of Suva. Our families, our friends, people from Panua, everyone wants to march. And how many times will they reject it? 5 times, we are prepared to wait a little longer. Yes. We are prepared to wait a little longer. We have a lot of patience. We can carry on.
National Federation Party leader Professor BIMAN PRASAD and Fiji Labour Party leader Mahendra Chaudhary joined the gathering, as well as NFP MP Lenore Ngerengere Tambua and Sedelpa MP Linda Tambuya.
Officials of the trade union movement, we are there ready to assist you and to fight for you, alongside you. Because it's very important that we all do so to free the people of this nation.
Congratulate all of them for getting together. Uniting the workers of this country and putting up a united fight for the rights of the workers in this country. Thank you, union leaders in this country.
FTUC members gathered in Suva, Nadi and Lautoka to speak on issues such as national minimum wage, right to strike, labor law reforms, imposition of individual contracts, Federated Airline Staff Association issues, and harassment and intimidation of trade unionists. Lena Rees, FBC News.
Up ahead, Health Ministry issues measles advisory to passengers. And Fiji airports charges lowest in the world. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Satyama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lautoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Ministry of Health and Medical Services is alerting passengers on flights from Auckland to Nandi and Nandi to Los Angeles on the 23rd of last month that they may have been exposed to measles. This after a New Zealand citizen tested positive for measles in the United States and is known to have travelled on those flights during the infective period. The flights are FJ410 from Auckland to Nandi and FJ810 from Nandi to Los Angeles. Lena Rees with the details.
The Health Ministry is advising that passengers on these flights and anyone in the Nandi Airport International Transit and or departure lounges from 4:05 p.m. to 11:40 p.m. on Tuesday, the 23rd of July, to watch for signs of measles. The ministry has stressed there are measles outbreaks in New Zealand, including in Auckland and in Wellington. All international travellers are urged to ensure they are up to date with their measles vaccinations. In Parliament earlier this week, Health Minister Dr. Feremi Wangainembete, while replying to an oral question, had assured that measles had not had a resurgence in Fiji.
One of the reasons why there's been no resurgence in Fiji is the fact that we have a measles immunization that happens at 9 months. This is begun in 1982. And also, we had a measles supplementary immunization that happens to our children who are beyond 10 years age. So, in essence, this gives us more than 96 to 97% immunity within our population, and this is called herd immunity.
Last outbreak in Fiji was in 2006, and there have been 0 cases reported for years since. Measles is a highly infectious airborne viral disease that is spread by coughing and sneezing. Now, symptoms of measles include fever, runny nose, cough, sore and red eyes, a rash that starts a few days after these symptoms and spreads all over the body. Lena Rees, FBC News.
The government will continue to improve the infrastructure conditions of local jetties in the coming years. This was confirmed by Infrastructure Minister Chone Usamate while responding to a question in Parliament on the status of jetties in Fiji. Usamate says the Fiji Roads Authority will prioritise and carry out maintenance on major jetties that will be completed by the end of next year.
For the next 12 months, will be Fiji Roads Authority will be focusing on the most busiest jetties and those that require most work. This includes immediate improvement works at Natovi and Nambawalu to provide improved access, improved waiting facilities and street lighting, looking at carrying out repairs in Savasavu to provide safe docking for the Roro vessels, and there'll also be investigation and detailed design work for Koro, Makungai, Moala, Nambukeri, Wainiambia and Wunisia.
Fiji Airport's charges are one of the lowest in the South Pacific and the world. This was verified independently by Airports Council International through a benchmarking exercise where airport charges from all over the world were compared. In a statement, Fiji Airport says its international turnaround cost is about 3 times cheaper than Australian airports. The clarification comes after National Federation Party MP Lenora Ganagara-Tambua, while debating on the AFL 2016 annual report in Parliament, claimed that Fiji Airports receives $200 departure tax. Fiji Airport says for over 2 decades since its incorporation in 1999, its share of the departure tax is $10 VIP, which works out to $9.17 VEP earned and reflected in its financials and annual reports. Fiji Airports also says its domestic charges to airlines are again the lowest in the world. Itoke landowners will now be able to access their BSP bank accounts anytime. This after the Itoke Lands Trust Board and BSP signed an agreement. TLTV Chief Executive Tevita Kuruvakandua says the objective is to empower the landowners by facilitating the financial literacy awareness. BSP Country Head Haroon Ali says the agreement formalizes the working relationship between the two entities with regards to best practices in land management and financial inclusion for Itoke owners.
We are ready to help address the challenges faced by ILTV to distribute lease monies to its rightful recipients and have them access their funds from wherever they are without the need for having them to travel long distances to the nearest bank branch.
The Fiji Human Resources Institute has received a major boost as they gear up to another successful annual convention. BSP Life has provided $40,000 towards the annual event, which has grown over the years. FHRI Convention Organizing Committee Chair Ravinesh Krishna says they have an exciting agenda with dynamic speakers who will be talking on various thematic areas. The two-day convention will be held in October. Overseas, a strict curfew in place for the Indian-administered Kashmir has been eased, allowing some mosques to reopen. Protesters have taken to the streets in anger despite a heavy military presence after India revoked the region's semi-autonomous status. In sports tonight, QVS crowned new Dean's champion. And flying Fijians under strict scrutiny. Details after the break.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's #1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची FM सुनता. Gold Town Tava में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM. It's hot.
Queen Victoria School is the new Vodafone Super Deans under-18 champions. QVS upset defending champions RKS with a 13-12 win. Here are the highlights.
There it comes at the beck and KV has got it. Now the link and the try, is it on?
RKS not kicking the ball out, but giving the ball back to QVS.
6 minutes to play, less than that. Rusiate has the chance to put QVS in the lead for the first time. Rusiate. Oh, looks good from here. The flags agree. QVS lead RKS.
We are really happy. And on that, we also want to thank the school principal, the Talatala, the teachers of QVS, and likewise their respective family, and the boys who are out there in numbers. And supporters, the Vanuandere, the QVS old boys, the class of 84, and the class of 90s, and all the old boys who had been supporting us all along, the parents of these boys, and the team management, and our respective family. We'll acknowledge them and we'll appreciate their support all along for this whole season. Thank you so much.
But Provincial Freebird Institute is the new champion of the Vodafone Deans under-19 grade after upsetting St. John's College 35-12. This is the first Dean's title win for the school, and here are the highlights.
But now they've gained more meters. They send it across the park. Savutini, the outside center, and of course again Kelevi Vakarusa. Another run through by Vakarusa, hands it off to the fullback. Oh, this will be the first try for Mba Provincial. Simeli Miramira, the inside. Inoke Turanga Nivalu now at the back. We have Brandon Wise. And set piece move linking up with Nawain Dranu, the winger. And this time it's Vakarusa again. Oh, they need to mark this young man. Vakarusa, they won't stop him. He's going to go all the way, will he? Did he get that down, Vakarusa? Did he get that down, Vakarusa? St. John's College will use it. There is Radule, the lock forward, and he's over. Toma Ranamo Radule. The Isaiah Vutala. Here it comes from Mba Provincial, and Vunisa breaks through. Joseph Vunisa, he needs support. Oh, lovely stuff here from Mba Provincial. Mba Provincial Freebird Institute with their fourth try. Vunisa, Simeli Miramira, and Aquila. Vunisa again. This time, Navitalai Bakalevu. Look at the numbers to the right here for Mba Provincial, and they'll go through.
Meanwhile, Suva Grammar School secured 2 titles in the Vodafone Super Deans competition final. Suva Grammar's under-14 and under-17 grade made a good finish in their games, where they became new champions. Grammar's under-14 defeated RKS 14-8. RKS tried to close the gap in the second half, but Suva Grammar held on to dethrone the boys from Ndelena Kaikai. Suva Grammar Under-17 beat defending champion Queen Victoria School 30-17.
But he will not find touch. And on the outside goes Suva Grammar School. Semesa, the Nielao, flicks it back and field. Lovely stuff here from Grammar. Side center. Now he is Mesaki Nalase. And a charge down. And here's Suva Grammar School again. Ratu Sikeli Rambitu. They will not catch him. Second try for Suva Grammar School coming up. Ratu Rambitu, the fly half. As he goes through, they drive off him. Well worked here by Suva Grammar School. They are going for their third try. And it's a third try.
Good work. Break. Now here's a runaway. QVS. Dive finish. Beauty. Ituate William. Try for QVS. The ground, it's there for Grammar. 5 away from the try line. Velikesa Nairao have gone over. Try Suva Grammar. Tight end prop. Velikesa Nairao. Replies for Suva Grammar after that breakaway from QVS. Now chance for Suva Grammar. That's there for Baini Marama. Oh, he goes over. But yes, the try has been given. Drekeni was right there.
And Queen Victoria School Under-16 was crowned the champion after defeating RKS 12-5. The tough encounter ended with an upset as the boys from RKS will return home without a trophy. Tries for QVS were scored by Semi Ramadake and Josiah Tukana. Meanwhile, Ratu Kandavu School Under-15 team has retained its title, defeating Queen Victoria School 27 points to 8. Fiji Airways Flying Fijians head coach John McKee will do the final vetting of the players tonight before the squad for the Rugby World Cup next month will be announced. It will be a tough decision for McKee as the players have been impressive during the training sessions and the test matches. The past few weeks have been a testing ground for these players.
Next week is a break for the players. They'll march out of camp on Sunday morning, and the players will march back in the following weekend. So during the week we'll look closely at the squad and look at all the fitness and medical information, and then make our call on the Rugby World Cup team.
The Flying Fijians are currently playing Samoa in their final Pacific Nations Cup match at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. On to boxing, the World Heavyweight title rematch between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. will take place at the surprise location of Diriyah, Saudi Arabia on December 7th. Liverpool opened its bid to end a 30-year English title drought by beating Premier League newcomer Norwich 4-1 this morning, but lost goalkeeper Alisson Becker to injury. Fine weather prevailed over most parts of the country today. Looking at the west, a perfect weather enjoyed by the rugby and soccer fans with two major events happening in Singatoka and Lautoka. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, a blend of sun and clouds, slight chance of showers late in the evening. And up north it was fine, apart from possible afternoon or evening showers. At sea, moderate to fresh easterly winds, gusty at times, moderate to rough seas. Now looking at the tides, the next low tide is at 8:50 tonight, followed by high tide at 3:10 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:29. For tomorrow, it will mostly be fine as the forecast. Any outlook for Monday, cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern part and interior of the larger islands. It will be fine apart from possible afternoon or evening showers elsewhere. Recapping the main stories, man dies in road accident. Downed helicopter's tail found. And Methodist Church annual conference begins. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM onto our poll questions segment. This week we're asking, should Fiji introduce unbranded packaging for tobacco? You can visit our FBC website to answer. You can also send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us those news tips at FBC News or hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
Nadango Maria, Maramani Waya, Manatu Sawa, waiting to Tunde Nandi, Yaundo Marataka, Navarro, and Radio Fijuan.
Yawa Asnada Tili, Yawa Maga Monica. Tondo Barro Vale, Bonardoma Viti Lambasa.
Bula, Nadango Prosan Garce, Gor Kraki, the Televio Navarro and Radio Fijuan, Nadomi Vit. Nadango Chani Bukia, Omoni Namosi, and the Teleta Navarro and Radio Fijuan, Nandomi Viti.
Radio Fijuan, Nandomo Viti.